For years, Sean Combs built an empire of deceit, hiding behind power, money, and a team of high-priced attorneys willing to twist the truth. But when you lie under oath, the truth doesn't just disappear. It waits, it festers, and then it detonates. Stay tuned, because this is the beginning of Sean Combs' record. This lawsuit doesn't just expose Sean Combs. It unravels an entire conspiracy of perjury, corruption, and cover-ups. Documents falsified, statements contradicted, testimonies shattered. The evidence is overwhelming. And the most damning part? Diddy thought he was untouchable. He thought his lawyers could bury the truth in legal loopholes and intimidation tactics. Not this time, Diddy. It's done. Quick backstory. Derrick Lee Cardello-Smith, a Michigan prison inmate, claimed Combs assaulted him at a party in Detroit, Michigan, 28 years ago in 1997. He stated Combs offered him $2.3 million to settle the claim outside of the courts. Combs failed to keep his word. Thus, Smith sued Combs for $100 million. The virtual hearing was held in September 2024.
Derrick Lee Cardello-Smith, sir?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. This is in the matter of Derrick Lee Cardello-Smith, MDOC number 267009 versus Sean Combs, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, also known as Sean P. Diddy, also known as Diddy, Bad Boy Records. We do have Mr. Cardello-Smith appearing from the Michigan Department of Corrections. Sir, where are you currently located?
I'm located at the Ernest C. Brooks Correctional Facility, 2500 South Sheridan Drive,
Well,
Michigan.
Combs failed to respond to the hearing, so Judge Anzalone ordered a default judgment on behalf of Derrick Smith. The judge established a payment schedule of $10 million to be paid to Smith by Combs every month starting in October 2024. Smith was also granted a temporary restraining order against Combs. Before the $100 million judgment, Judge Anzalone issued an order preventing Combs from selling any assets. Lawyers for Combs moved swiftly to overturn the $100 million judgment. The lawyers claimed Combs had never met Smith and accused Smith of launching a frivolous lawsuit against Sean Combs. Mark Agnifilo stated, "This is a frivolous lawsuit against a prominent businessman based on obvious fabrications filed by a convicted rapist and serial litigant, a person with a history of filing frivolous lawsuits, not to mention an overactive imagination and a thirst for fame." Agnifilo stated, Combs' lawyers mocked Smith, citing fantastical claims that he paid Combs $150,000 for a 49% share in Combs' net worth. Despite losing his billionaire status because of legal troubles and failed business ventures, Combs is still worth an estimated $800 million. Here we go. The federal Michigan courts overturned the judgment awarded to Derrick Smith, claiming the allegations were outside the statute of limitations. The case was dismissed with prejudice. The Combs team thought they got away with this one. Diddy and his lawyers were able to reel this $100 million back in the pockets of Sean Combs. They get the case dismissed and wipe their hands clean. Easy peasy, right? Wrong. On March 19, 2025, Derrick Lee Cardello-Smith refiled in the Eastern District of Michigan, requesting that the courts vacate the dismissal with prejudice granted to Sean Combs' team. Smith used Rule 60, which allows final judgments to be overturned because of things like clerical errors, omission of evidence, or oversight. Derrick Smith, who seemed to be representing himself at the time, requested to move forward with a jury trial for the $100 million judgment already established, as he has new evidence. Now, we here at Pearl Productions believe the feds are really representing Derrick Smith. Smith was given damning evidence for his case. Evidence that wasn't available during Smith's previous proceedings. New evidence. Major, solid proof Combs for sure committed fraud upon the courts. With affidavits to prove it, a Detroit police officer, former employees of Combs, an assistant Wayne County prosecutor, all writing and signing sworn affidavits in February 2025. Swearing to being paid to falsify documents, fabricate stories, and frame Derrick Cardello-Smith. They were paid by Combs to cover up the essay abuse alleged by Smith against Combs. Combs also paid these law officials to fabricate the essay allegations made against Derrick Smith, who is currently in prison serving a sentence for these fraudulent essay abuse claims made against him.
I, Nicole Rabior, am the officer who authorized the police report in the city of Detroit, Michigan on January 13th, 2008, against Derrick Lee Cardello-Smith. I was ordered to make the false report against Mr. Smith by Sean Combs, Kim Worthy, Wayne County Prosecutor, Suzette Samuels, Assistant Wayne County Prosecutor, and Jose Ortiz, Detective, Detroit Police Department. I was paid $132,000 cash by Sean Combs to issue the false report against Mr. Smith. My life and my family's lives have been threatened. I knew I had to reveal this to the police. Mr. Smith never kidnapped or assaulted anyone on that night, and was, in fact, the victim. I lied under oath to the courts and will testify to them in state, federal courts, civil or criminal.
My name is Suzette Samuels. I am a lawyer and assisting prosecuting attorney for the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office. I framed Derrick Lee Cardello-Smith and other men who I prosecuted on the orders of Sean Combs. It was to hide Sean Combs' sexual assault of Derrick Smith and to stop Smith from collecting on his rightful contractual agreement between he and Sean Combs. This was all to keep Smith silent and stop him from gaining his 49% of Bad Boy Records and all other holdings of Sean Combs which he is owed. It was also to hide and cover up the facts that Tupac Shakur was murdered on orders of Sean Combs and Kim L. Worthy, Wayne County Prosecutor, who helped to effect said murder as well as the attempted murder of Suge Knight in 1996.
My name is Andrea Bommarito. I worked for Sean Combs, Kim Worthy, and Suzette Samuels. I was paid $10,000 between 2007 and 2008 to say Derrick Lee Cardello-Smith kidnapped me, sexually assaulted me, and beat me. Mr. Smith did not harm me or my sister Tina Bommarito. I was paid and forced to make these claims. I was paid by Sergeant David Cobb of the Detroit Police Department. I will testify to these facts in an open court of law, be it civil or criminal.
As the layers of secrecy surrounding Derrick Cardello-Smith continue to unravel, it becomes increasingly clear that his story has been the hidden dagger in the heart of the legal battle against Sean Combs. Sources close to the investigation suggest that Smith's cooperation has directly impacted the prosecution's ability to build a solid case against the hip-hop mogul. Derrick Cardello-Smith wasn't just a loose end. He was the ticking time bomb that has already shattered Sean Combs' empire to pieces. Thank you for watching. Remember to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates on this developing story. Sean Diddy Combs' trial is scheduled to begin on May 5th, 2025. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you the most current and trustworthy information. This is Pearl Productions News.